Hello everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz. The Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz, September 21st edition, and this is the news that we covered over the past week at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Starting off, Microsoft launched a new search update with their live search engine at live.com. A lot of people are noticing major changes over there. It started on September 16th, and we have a post on it on September 17th with some feedback. I definitely saw some updates. Hopefully you saw some updates, and hopefully those updates were good. Monday night, about a week ago, Google finally launched their new quality score algorithm. The quality score algorithm that's now real-time based, so now it's based on every time somebody does a search query, it actually looks up the quality score of that search ad based on the actual real-time search query. That means some changes on how you rank, how much you pay. It also means some changes on what you see in the AdWords console, so you see a number out of 10. There's a few more changes that it involved. We discussed it in detail the past few weeks. It's live. There's a lot of feedback. Some people are very, very not happy with it. Some people are happy with it. Definitely check out the threads. We have a listing of 4 different threads at different search forums, and we posted that on September 16th, so check it out in the archives at seroundtable.com. The Google Webmaster Central blog posted on a week ago, Friday, that they don't believe in duplicate content. In short, they said duplicate content is not a penalty. They do filter out content that seems to be very, very similar to other pages on your site or on other sites, so they do have several recommendations on how to help yourself with duplicate content and make sure you don't suffer any consequences from the duplicate content. But definitely, they say there's no such thing as a penalty for having duplicate content. On Friday, we wrote about an updated Google patent that we covered back in 2005, which has been updated. The update actually talks about several things, but the things I found interesting were 2 points. One was, when you take over a site or you change your site dramatically, a lot of people are worried that Google will think the site should no longer keep the previous link popularity or trust value that it once had. So let's say you acquire abc.com and you change all the content to something else, but you leave the registration information, domain and registration information. Google will see how much the actual content changed and might determine that all the links and or anchor text prior to that date may then be ignored, and I quote, or discounted. So definitely take a look at that patent. It might apply today, it might not. Also, the discussion about getting links too quickly. Obviously, some people say you should definitely get links naturally and very slowly, and like a normal site would. So Google has in their patent a discussion about, or a document about, how quickly websites typically grow in terms of getting links. And obviously there are some cases where you might see a large spike in topical or seasonal links, but typically it's not. It's typically a sign of spam when you see lots of links coming up very quickly. So definitely take a look at what it discusses, and then maybe you can use that towards your benefit when you do your link building. Over the past few weeks, people have been noticing these HTTP errors coming up in their Google Webmaster Tools login. I've noticed it too on my sites. I just ignored them pretty much because they didn't seem to be real. September 16th, 17th, we wrote a post saying basically Google confirmed that it is a mistake and that they will be fixing it. Right now it's just a reporting glitch, so don't worry about it. It will be taken care of. On September 17th, I wrote about the hidden site search feature. So basically, if you ever want to do a site command and find content on different sites and you don't want them to know about it, typically somebody would use a Google custom search engine type of formula to actually get to it, so it won't pass along the referral parameters of site command, www.domain.com space whatever keyword you're looking for. It's basically known as the invisible or hidden site command search. Seems like Google's been messing around with it a little bit, and in the sense that if something's just YouTube results come up for some reason. I'm going to click on it right now to see if it's still happening. Nope, it seems like Google fixed it. They must have read about it. It used to be where when you clicked on and do a search on certain custom search engines, up came YouTube results. We're not really sure why. Wasn't really for that site, and we're not really sure why, but it looks like they fixed it as of sometime this week. So Google Mobile Maps launched a new application that you can download to your mobile phone that supports it. It basically now allows you to look at street view data as well as walking directions. Some people are not able to get it even after downloading the new update, which is a 2.0.2.0. And for some reason they're not able to see it. I'm not exactly sure why. This does not affect the iPhone map program, but it does affect the mobile maps application if you do run on a different phone. In addition, I posted on Friday that Google Maps added street level detail roads to Israel Maps on googlemaps.com or maps.google.com, and the mobile version is coming soon. So it's still not in the API, it's still not on mobile, and it's still not on the embeddable maps that you post there. So hopefully this data will come to all those different types of areas soon. Alright, so we did a poll a week or two ago asking people who read our blog, Search and Roundtable, if they Google themselves, like do a search for themselves. So I wasn't surprised. 96% have Googled themselves in the past. Here is the breakdown. 37%, or 61 of respondents, based on the date that I calculated it, said they Google themselves on occasion. 58 or 35% said they do it often. 32 people said, or 20% of the respondents said they do it rarely, while 7 people said, or 4% said they never do it. About a week ago, we did a survey asking our readers who's to blame for the United Airlines stock price drop. Again, to remind you, the Tribune posted a link to an old story on Florida, on one of the Florida papers they have. Google News crawled that website, found the link, didn't find the date on that page, and marked it as a new article. Obviously, the article is from way back when, but then Bloomberg and other people picked it up, saying, this is what's happening. Their stock dropped a lot. And now the SEC is looking on who to blame. So I asked you guys, who do you think is to blame? The results were pretty much all over the place. 34% said Google's to blame. 30% said both are to blame. 20% said the Tribune is to blame. And the remaining 16% said basically someone else is to blame. Basically, the brokers, the reporters for not doing their research. All these are people who did not do proper research. So I guess a lot of people are to blame. I wonder what's going to happen with the SEC decision. Quick note, Google and Yahoo, their search ad there where Yahoo's going to put Google ads, search ads on, Yahoo's going to put Google search ads on their search results. That deal, according to Google's CEO, is going to start October 11th, about October 11th, no matter what, happens. I mean, the SEC is really dragging their feet in terms of figuring out what they should do, if they should allow it or not allow it. But Google said they're taking too much time. If we don't have an answer by October 11th, we're going to proceed like it's okay. Yahoo is testing a new homepage design. They've been testing several homepage designs, but the new homepage design allows users to add third-party content such as Gmail, Hotmail, including Yahoo Mail, and other types of content as well from third parties. So it's not just going to be Yahoo content on that homepage. Routers reported that they want to give users a personal view of their wider web. So that's why Yahoo is doing it. Yahoo is testing it on a small percentage. We're not exactly sure who sees it and who doesn't. I personally do not see it yet. If you see it, definitely let us know. Hey everybody. So this past Friday was Talk Like a Pirate Day. That's where I'm wearing my makeshift. This is a little patch that I have and a USB cable to keep it tied on to me so I could talk like a pirate or look like a pirate. And different search geeks and search industries and like Google and different engines out there have actually participated by doing different things. The Google blog had a Google post linking to their pirate search, which basically says Google searcher and has different things like different things spelled differently so that it's more like Talk Like a Pirate Day. Dogpile dressed up their dog to look like a pirate. Facebook has their translation services, which converts your words into pirate speak. FriendFeed has a logo with a patch with a cross on it. We have our own different theme up with pirate as well as him saying I am 80. I personally dressed up my Cartoon Barry blog, cartoonbarry.com, like a pirate. Flickr does not have their logo up like they did last year, as far as I know, and S.com has nothing special for the day either. So I hope you enjoy the day. Definitely fun to celebrate, and I'll speak to you later. Thanks for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name is Barry Schwartz. That was the September 21st edition. Tune in next week for next week's edition. Everyone have a great week.